Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are here with huge Xdefiant news. This is going to be Xdefiant 2.0, and look, I haven't gone anywhere. I've been just working out some content for Twitch and YouTube and doing multi-streaming. I'm trying to figure that out, but I also am working on brand new content to bring to the channel. And if that interests you and you're new or even a returning viewer, hit the like, hit the sub, let me know down in the comments what you want to see on this channel, also how you're getting on Xdefiant, because with this update it doesn't seem like Xdefiant is going anywhere anytime soon. We have huge changes to the netcode, the hit reg. That's all later in the video. I'm gonna break this down, but I'm not gonna go through it all because it's absolutely huge. This is insane coming for season 2, and I cannot wait for these changes. But look, if you do want to support me over on Twitch, you can head over. You'll see my Twitch handle down there in the bottom left hand corner, but we'll break down the information. Let's get straight into it. So the gameplay, loads of changes to the gameplay that went in, but what I do want to break down, I'll leave that up there. It's just some menu changes, but they changed the major and daily challenges. Now when you complete a major challenge, the next one is automatically activated, so you don't need to select it yourself, and fixed a weapon progression glitch that wasn't granting XP points for kill assist. This was a big change for me when I read this. There's also preset loadout changes, and there's some changes to sprinting when firing with ADS. That was great changes as well. But I just think the challenges, as much as we're not going to get those challenges added and a lot of them, but just to have it automatically change is huge. The XP for kill assist going towards the weapon XP is massive. People were complaining about that for such a long time, and now we have that. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we're getting into, because the changes that are further in this video, and a little bit more longer of a video than we've done before, are exceptional. And I cannot wait. We have changes to the factions, changes to some weapons that have caused problems. Abilities have been changed to make the in-game experience just more of an experience than a hassle. We also have Highwaymen coming in. The changes that we're going to go through, the GSK Commandos active defense system, that was an issue. So now they've changed a lot of it, where now that system does work on proximity mines. It wasn't working on that before. You can now take it off and move it around. You can take it back like you could do with a couple of other things. And then they fixed the camera resetting bug causing by running into the GSK Commando shockwire. First few changes is changes for every faction, as I said, all and including DedSec. The spoiler bot got a change as well, which I'm sure everybody is going to be super happy with. But I just think this is amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on season 2. So we're going to break down the rest of it. What we see here is the spoiler bot deployment. It had to have a big issue, so the spoiler bot movement sounds had undergone a tune to address the players' complaints. Basically now you can hear the spoiler bot a little bit more. The volume has been increased, also the radius of where you can hear that volume, and the audible sounds of the spoiler bot, so you'll know where they're coming from. The duration of the lockout when you did the ultra is now reduced, and then also if you die and you respawn, you'll still have that DedSec ultra effect going on. And the glitch that was disabling the hijack ability with the incendiary drones and the spoiler bot, so now you can use that and grant them to be on your side. The Phantoms had an exploit that was responding players to be invincible, and that was been changed. The mag barrier is no longer impervious to the ultra of the scatter gun, and it is hit unless it's dead center, and restored the controller feedback on the blitz shield. So now you'll hear that sound from when you're getting hit. You'll know you're getting XP off that shield when you're using it and when it takes damage. So another big change is to each individual faction. As I said, it will just take away these bugs that people were blaming on the netcode and the hit reg and everything else that was in between it. Playability, that's what we want. We want smoothness. The Libertad also got a big change where the fog was changing on the Medico. So when you're deploying it from a high spot, you weren't actually healing anybody. That is now in. It fixed where the kind of bug locked the Libertad players from zooming into ADS when deploying the Medico Supreme while using the ADS. So loads of that. The Ultra cancel points for taking out the deploying players if the late player managed to complete the deployment of the Medico Supreme as the final heroic act. That actually activates now. Cleaners and incendiary drones with Phantom mag barriers no longer launch facing the wrong direction when deploying it with a bad network connection. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Even if you have a bad network connection and you deploy it, it will go the right way and you still might get that kill. So all of these are just quality of life changes for the in-game experience, and it's amazing we have changes for the map. Basically, I'm not going to go through Waterfront, it's just in the description, but Mayday has been removed for Capture the Flag on ranked players. It just wasn't working, and they fixed the geometry issues leading to exploits around Clubhouse, Emporium, Poblito, Attica Heights. There was a lot of them, and there was a lot of stuff when the defenses system was deployed in Emporium and Toyn Square. That has now been fixed, so they will deploy more easier, and it will be working more effective when you're in those game modes and in those type of maps. So as again, once I said, it's just quality of life for Xdefiant, and I think this is great. It's going to make the gameplay so much more smoother and easier. We move on. Game modes, the description of bombs up there, but we'll go through Escort, where the visual issues to sorting the package path, which you couldn't see the package, is now being fixed. It was jittery. Team Deathmatch had overtime when matches ended in a tie, but it wasn't supposed to, and now it doesn't. So no, it's just a tie now, it doesn't have overtime. Team Deathmatch has now got daily challenges. Capture the Flag session now counts towards earning the Card Tour achievement. XP score for accomplishing the escort and zone control objectives has been doubled, which is insane. If you thought you weren't earning cleanse points for killing the last enemy in domination, occupy, or zone control, you thought right, and now that has been fixed. So now you do get it. There's just so much to go in here. An additional encouragement to finishing matches. We've added medal challenges for completing arena modes and completing linear maps, both for completing the game. These are new medal bumps up the battle pass momentum by granting a lump sum of XP upon match completion, making the player to stick it out and thrive through it and drive up that battle pass. So I just think that's amazing. So they've added more XP for medals. If you do stick out a game that you're getting your ass whooped in, you might see it in this game that I'm playing here. Everybody's just getting their ass whooped, but I do manage to come over my KDs. I think it's like 24 or 17. The rest of my team were in single digits with double digit deaths, and they stuck around. So that's just the way it is. No skill based matchmaking, and you get a good team, you get a bad team, you just got to play well and see what comes out of it. So we do move on to ranked. Ranked to get some changes with the loadouts. Basically the new categories with 10 slots. Ranked loadouts now allows you to customize it from all the launch weapons, and all that XP does go towards that weapon, especially if you own it. And the system doesn't apply to skins, faction characters, or any past launch weapons, attachments, or devices that players have not unlocked. So once you have them unlocked, it will go towards it. Ranked mode now issues party average rank levels to find players. I thought that was an amazing addition. So you're not going to go in with someone who's the top rank, and you're not going to go in with someone who just only started rank. They're going to average that out and get you into a game that will best suit the party's average rank, instead of like having to go in and just piss on the lower ranks, or a lower rank going in with someone who's been playing it for a while and they just get pissed all over. So it seems like they've balanced that out, and I think that's a great thing for ranked. And more matches will come from ranked as well. So I'll be interested to see that and how that works out. I'll get a team together and see how we can go towards ranked and how much of a balance that brings. We have a big one here. So weapons. So we obviously know we're getting the P19, the Spaz 12, the LAD6, and an extended mag tube, a shotgun only attachment that increases the ammo capacity for that as well. Tweaks to the existing weapons is the M44. Players wielding the M44 sniper rifle no longer aim down sights before the weapon's reload animation finishes, and the 6A6 Magnum removed a half a second weapon sway delay when switching from ADS after triggering the jump or crouch penalty. The M870 basically correct the timing issue that on the M870 shotgun. So spent shelled casings eject, and then also the MDR removed an aiming obstruction when equipped with the skeletonized camo skin. Also, like the M870 tweaked above, correct some medical animations and match in real life weapons. Changing handle no longer reciprocates, or spent casings now eject towards them. So just little changes like that, the visuals on it. And then obviously the sniper flinch has been reduced. Not too happy on that, not gonna lie, but we all knew it was coming. We'll just have to see how it goes. I thought it was okay. Maybe it was a bit too heavy, but we'll see how that goes on. It's the only negative I think that's in these patch notes. But we do have more. So muzzle booster, that got a penalty of 12.5%. Short and medium, horizontal and vertical got a penalty of 10%, and then the ADS speed penalty of 7.5. Same for the rapid fire barrel, pretty much the similar, 25% on short and medium, horizontal and vertical recoil penalty of 20, ADS penalty of this, it's basically a replica of each one that has gone on of 15%, and then the lightweight barrel added a short and medium range penalty for 10%, removed horizontal and vertical recoil penalty for as 10%, so use the lightweight barrel. Reduced shakiness, added new mastery skins, which is unbelievable, up to level 500. Reflex and holographic optics now display enemies outlined as intended, and then fixed a slight aiming wobble caused by jump with an ADS, and eliminated an exploit where players could be basically take damage and inflict a high recoil or low fire rate. So a lot of stuff has changed, especially when it comes to the movement before getting face hugged, with the spoiler bot that has also been altered. So a lot of stuff has been going on with Xdefiant. As you can see, there's a lot to break down, so feel free to pause this at any stage. Let me know in the comments below your feedback already, because there's still a lot more to come, and this one's going to be probably the biggest impact on Xdefiant, and I do think it's Xdefiant 2.0. With the audio, they've done a lot here as well, especially footsteps have been changed for sprinting and running, standing movement, and obviously walking, moving with ADS. Crouch walk is now silent, and improving the distance which players can hear sounds and how naturally they fade in and out the distance has been fixed. Improving the SFX quality in general, such as footsteps increasing and decreasing with movement speed. As I said, they're muffled in other rooms. Players own steps and clothing sounds have been reduced in volume. Instantly all friendly 180 degrees behind you are muted, so anybody who's 180 degrees will be muted. And then stuff for Xbox, where they enable the text to speech in voice chat, and then the trigger stuff. So there's a lot of stuff in there. Eliminate an issue causing low game volume while Windows basically sound was enabled. So there's a lot of stuff, and this is huge quality of life fixes. Huge. Like, there's a lot in here that is absolutely insane, and I think this has just made the game a lot more smoother if all of these are pulled off correctly. I feel a lot of the stuff that we've gone through just now, we're always blamed on the netcode and the hit reg. So there's been a lot of work, keep getting the game stable and just getting rid of these tiny bugs, because when there's so many of these bugs, it becomes a big problem. Where if you only have one or two of these, like, oh yeah, we can fix them. But look at the amount of bugs that was in this game that was causing players experience just to be shit on, and it just was not a fun time. If you were suffering all of that, you would have not, that this game just wasn't in the best state. But hopefully now this will cause it to be in a lot better position going forward. Then we have, obviously, look at players can now skip intro videos when starting the game. I'm so happy for that. And added custom frame rate limit options for various features. Corrected some graphical and interface weirdness related to the PC players changing their window size when window mode's in. I had that, it's a hard one. And then the 120 hertz graphic mode, so it's preset after reloading the game. And then in-game crashing bugs occurring when sticky grenades were deployed close to Phantom's basically ultimate, and crash fixes and various other fixes that were in there as well. So there's a lot going on. Now we move on to the big one, which is the netcode, and this is great. So the voice fixes were done as well. The EMP grenades to disable conventional grenades such as frag and sticky. If those grenades were deployed just as an EMP was, it will activate. The netcode was improved, an issue where dying players who squeezed off a funnel shot at an enemy weren't inflicting damage on that enemy, despite evidence of the country where hearing the damage being inflicted and seeing crosshair damage confirmation. That will now work. So netcode has been improved, but I do think all this other stuff that is in this patch just goes across the netcode, and it works towards improving the overall game. Nothing about the hit reg, but I think a lot of this stuff will help with the game's functionality. I think it will help overall the game's playability. I think it will bring life to new players who come in and play Season 2, because they wouldn't have to go through all the stuff that we went through. And for me, this is a massive win for Xdefiant. I give this a 9 out of 10 as a patch. It's something that really needs to be done, but it also shows evidence of the issues that were in the game for so long. Because look, that is all from me, and I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.